Hello guys, it's DianaDew. Tonight I will be charming you with my head movements while I talk to you about some of the dreams I had. I wanted to talk to you specifically about one of the best dreams I had, which meant so much for me. If you watched my railway video, you might sort of know that I had anxiety and I'm fine now, but I'm being followed by someone trying to find solutions to what makes me unhappy, to what makes me unrestful, and what gives me anxiety. And this was a dream that I had, I think, a year or two ago. I was in therapy already. And it's a very important dream because it has so many elements. And I'm going to tell you about it. It starts off with me being home with my dad. The setting reminded me of Armed and Delirious. I don't know if any of you ever played with that computer game. And it was about this old woman, or whatever. And my dad and I received this letter where we were being called on a mission that involved exploring this new planet. So we just accepted. And when we arrived on this planet, the crew, all of us, turned out to be like Star Ocean characters. It's our RPG, and we're in this ice cave. There's 4 of us, like in Star Ocean. We're in this ice cave, and each character is trapped in a small chamber with monster. And what is scary about this situation is that the magic characters, which are usually the ones that are supportive, are stuck with lots and lots of enemies. And that's a problem because they can't do it themselves. They're supposed to be supportive characters. They're not supposed to fight on their own. But somehow they managed to solve the situation. We all head towards the city, which is on point B of the map. We have point A and then point B. The map looked very much like the northern continent of Final Fantasy VII, with all snow and the mountains on one side. We enter the city and it's halfway through Prague for its architecture, dreamy architecture, but it's much more plain. And as soon as we enter, 2 of us get taken prisoners. They get arrested, and it's my dad and a guy who came with us. And in real life, that person was a guy who used to pick on me a lot when I was in year 9, and it was the beginning of the last part of school. You know, it's like year 1 of 5 years. I'm sorry, there's a fly in the room. And they both got arrested. It's like there were 15 policemen jumping over them at the same time, like, you know, those rugby parodies, or no, those were rematches where everybody just jumps on the ball. So these two people get arrested, and I started wondering what's going on. We were supposed to be in peace. So I started looking for a friend of mine who's a guy which I've had a very, very long crush on. And I started looking for him, and meanwhile, I find a girl that is just like me when I was 12. She hands me this purple coat with a hood so that I can mimetize myself like the rest of the people. We go around town, and just as we arrive behind this statue, which is on an upper hill, I see this friend of mine far away in distance. He is wearing sunglasses, something he never does, and he's trying to act like all undercover. So we just reach him, and I'm a bit saddened because being three of us, we cannot have a romantic moment, although we did in the past in real life. We decide that we have to head towards the exit of the city because it's no longer safe to be here due to what's happening. So that we reach the outskirts of the city. And there's toilets here. There's like a wood, and there's these toilets which look very much like the ones you have in campings. And I just have to go to the toilet to pee first. And they just wait for me outside, and when I'm outside, there's this guy that is the police boss. He looks very much like Vincent McMahon, if any of you ever followed wrestling. And he's telling us in a very friendly way that he's looking for humans coming from Earth if we ever saw them. And in that right moment, I pull out my phone. It was a Nokia 3310, and that guy acts like, oh, you just showed me you're human. I was thinking of letting you go, but come on, did you have to show me like that? Because nobody on that planet had phones. It was just a human thing. So he says that instead of arresting us, we'd have to go to the same place where we had come. It was point A on the map. It was the same place where we landed, but it was a different destination now. So it was the same coordinates, but now it served a different purpose, even though that is where we had come from. He said we'd have to fight lots of mineralized monsters. Not that that does have a meaning. And the path back would be so much more hard, or so much harder than the one we did to come here. And it would be different, lots of snow, very cold. So we head for this path that goes outside the city. We collect our iPods, our headphones, and we head towards this shop that is right outside the city. It's like the last stop before nothing. And we realize that they sell ink, printer's ink, and the young girl has the guy, the seller, confess that he's from Earth because that's where ink comes from. So he just says, I know I'm from Earth and I'm guilty of this, but I did it for art because with ink, with printer ink, you can share art with people. So she gets motivated by this. So she just grabs lots of people, she gathers them to a room, which has a very orange light, and she just starts showing them a movie of this person that was so fascinated by art, and it was her dad. He abandoned her and her mom because he just wanted to follow art. What's wrong with that? Okay, that wasn't supposed to have happened, but she could finally tell the world that her father just wanted to be an artist. She wanted to be happy about that, even though her mom didn't want her to tell about this to anyone. She didn't want her to be proud about her artist dad just because he had abandoned her. So she's so motivated. She motivated everyone, and they all decide to follow us for the sake of art. And I'm printing all the legal papers out, and along with each paper comes another small piece of paper with a running horse. But I decided to stop printing those because we need the ink. There's lots of different people who want to come with us, and they ask us, can we come with a motorbike? And I said, you got shorts, you're gonna be cold, just walk. They come with us. And that was dream number 1. Dream number 2 is much more simpler. It was just the other night. I'm very scared of roller coasters, heights. I'm scared of everything, and it wasn't like that. It just happened recently, and I'm not happy because they're induced by something else. I feel like I'm blocked. I'm not in fear, I am blocked. And I really used to like all the scary things, but I don't enjoy them anymore now. And it's not just because I grew older, it's just because something is blocked inside me. And anyway, I was on this roller coaster which was like a bus, and there were going to be 2 types of trips. One was when the roller coaster turned this way, and the other one was when it did this kind of jump. So I just sat on the seat and I told myself, you don't have to be scared because you choose to be scared. Enjoy this. And this has been like the most motivational dream ever. And I managed even to do something which I was scared about. We have laundry which hangs outside of the window, and you have to lean out of the window a little bit, and I never did it because I was scared. Today I did it without even thinking, and that dream came to my mind. Don't be scared because you choose to be scared. I'm not talking about rational fears. I'm talking about those fears that come to us for a reason, such as not feeling adequate, trying to draw attention. There's nothing wrong in looking for attention, but there is if it harms us. There would be so much to say about the first dream. I would like though to hear some of your opinions, and I would like to hear some of your dreams too, some of your scary dreams, motivational dreams, curious dreams. I love analyzing my dreams. They make me so curious. I think about them so much. I really like to think about dreams. like I'm still in my cozy bed for a little while, if I can think about my dreams. Outside there is this cold world, which I'm not ready for sometimes. Sometimes we're not ready for this or anything. And dreams can be scary, but they're dreams, and you're living them from inside your bed, safe under the bed covers. It's just like when you're on the bus and you're waiting to go somewhere where you don't want to go, and you just wish that trip lasts forever, but it can't, of course. You have to face reality. That's why I hate when vacations end. I think that we all hate it, don't we? Maybe in the next video I'll explain the meaning of these dreams. I don't want to bore you now, guys. I hope you enjoyed my hand movements video. And it's 5 a.m. now, so I'll go to sleep. Maybe have some nice motivational dreams. Good night.